Yes, first, just talk about, I mean, the kickoff's been something wasn't sure how it was going to work with the new rules, but get a couple chances and Ontario takes one back. That's pretty good when you don't get, I guess, to practice as much in the game.
Yeah, we obviously, we practice quite a bit in practice. You never know when you're going to get that opportunity. The more we're out in the elements, I think the more that they'll come about here for some teams. The kickers don't have as strong a leg. When the wind picks up a little bit as it does at this time of year, I'm very, very, very proud of our kids. That was a well executed kickoff return, more so than just Ontario. Ontario gets all the credit there and everything, but there was 10 other guys on that unit that, I'm talking, they blocked it up perfectly. And they really came close to getting another one. We were probably about that far away from getting another one had we just held onto the block a little bit longer. So really, really pleased and proud of those guys and what they've done.
Special teams overall, I'm sure you've seen things that you didn't like, but from afar it seems like there's really been almost flawless. You really haven't had anything go wrong.
That's a blessing. I remember when I first started doing this, a guy by the name of Larry McDuff, who had been the special team coordinator at the Giants and then the San Francisco 49ers. He was kind of a guy that, kind of gave me my first, lesson per se. And he told me, he said, now look, now you're a running back coach too, and a special teams coordinator now, and you can have a lot go wrong in a day. You can have a punt blocked, you can have a kickoff return for a touchdown, a punt return for a touchdown. Your returners can fumble the ball. You can. He just went down this laundry list, and then he ended it with, your running backs can fumble, and then I'm like, holy crap, I'm just sitting there thinking, what am I getting myself into? So, it's 2 games, and yeah, we've been blessed to this point to have things happen for us. We've been very fortunate, but it's 2 games into it. It's just 2 games, so we're just trying to get through the season and play each game as they come.
Does it help having a pretty experienced punter and kicker where you kind of just let them do their thing?
You know what? It does. It really does. Nobody remembers the first year when we were playing those kids in 2010. So they've gone through some growing pains, and that's pretty much how I do all my players. I'm on them. But when they've played for me for a couple of years and they know what I'm looking for, it becomes a lot easier to coach them because they know exactly what they do wrong, when they do it. And I don't have to say, hey, this is what you did here. No, they can correct themselves.
Coaches talk all the time about how important special teams are, as that hidden third phase. There have been times during the first 2 games when it could have been Angela's blocked field goal, or obviously Ontario's TD. Does that help the guys' mentality on special teams when they can see how much they can affect the game?
Yeah, our kids here, they need not look any further back than in the bowl game. They see, they know. Every year that we've been here, we've made plays on special teams. We may not have been, the best statistically, like we were last year in several categories in the league, but we've made some opportunistic plays. Even in 2009 when we were very poor, Wes Byram's onside kick against Alabama, could have been epic if we kept the lead. His 4 or 5 or 6 field goals against Tennessee at Tennessee, Ontario McCaleb's kickoff return at Tennessee, to seal that victory. There's been plays, every year that we've been here that have in the kicking game that we're quick to point out that, hey, this can change the game, or you could be very poor special teams and make a couple plays, and it can change the game. And our guys know it. It's no different than offense and defense. And we might be getting our butt kicked one day, but in a game, but if we make the right play at the right time, that's all she wrote. Just like that kickoff return. Who knows? The game was back and forth. It seemed like no one could score. We put one in the end zone. Had we been a little bit stronger team at that point in time, we could have possibly won that game off of that. And that's just the way we got to think. We got to think that every single play that we take can be the difference in the ball game.